Hi everyone, welcome to another tutorial, and today we are back with another art journal. Same as last week, my main focal point for these art journals are going to be these transfer sheet. So first I'll be tackling the right side and then we'll do something different for the left side. So these are the two transfers that I'll be using on the right side. The codes, the names, etc. you'll be able to see on my screen. However, I'll also be linking down the complete category of transfers below for you all. Now, as always with all my videos, whatever products I use about or talk about are there in the description of the video. So all you have to do is expand the description to see what are the products used, etc. So first of all, I start off with CrafTangles A5 diary, and then I'm stamping it with some VersaFine Onyx blacking and a script stamp. This is just to add some interest into the background. And here I have already transferred the blue girl and the blue floral background that I was talking about or showed you in the start of the video on a paper, then fussy cut it, and then using them like a die cut on my piece. You could have transferred them directly on the paper as well. If that is something which is new to you, don't worry. On the left side of the page, I'll be showing you how to do transfer directly on a paper. So now that my die cuts are ready, I'm working on creating the focal point. For that, I have added some die cuts as well. So you can see I have added a frame shaped die cut and two leaves die cut. Now these are part of one of the latest CrafTangles release dies that I've just shown on the screen. The names are Ornamental Circle Frame and Leaves die. So now that I'm happy with how the placement looks like, I will start sticking each and every layer on top of my diary. So for those layers like the background layers, the things which I don't want as a focal point, I use regular school glue because I don't want any dimension to them. And my girl, which is going to be the focal point of this particular art journal page, I normally like to foam mount those characters. However, do remember that the more you foam mount your each page, the thicker your diary gets. This particular diary takes in a lot of thickness and it does not break. The spine has not broken on me yet. I have completed like around half a diary and I still don't have that issue. But if you are using like a weak spine diary, then your spine may crack. So that is something to be careful about if you plan to add a lot of dimensions. Now again, my die cut pieces which I want to use, I will start sticking them using some school glue. Next up is making sure that all the layers are stuck perfectly. With school glue, the other thing that I like to do is it gives me a lot of control in case I want to move certain elements. And then I add the character which is foam mounted. So this will be alleviated as compared to the background elements. Just a design concept which helps to pop your focal point further. Now for the sentiments, I'm using these Hindi journal sentiments. Guys, now if you are into journaling and if you are an Indian, then these are must have. They have a mix of Hindi sentiments which are quirky, which are like, deep, etc. Here for my both the pages, I have kind of used quirky or funny sentiments. I have not, used very deep sentiments. There are certain deep sentiments as well. And then I have used the date stickers and I have marked the day of the week circled. So which is a Sunday or a Monday, I think. I'm not sure. I'm not able to see it in depth. So that completes the right side of my page. At the end of this video, you will see all the zoomed in images of both the pages that has been done. So you will see all the details like the stickers, the stenciling, stamping, etc. So you'll be able to see that. Now coming back to the left side of the page, I have decided to apply transfer directly. Just another way in which you can use transfer. So rather than applying it on a paper and then die cutting it and using it like an element, I am actually going to transfer it on the page itself. So that will give it like that sticker look if you are into a lot of journaling. So what I'm doing is I am kind of cutting around the design. And since my earlier I have cut out very loosely, but the design was a little bigger than my diary. So that's why I kind of went and fussy cut it near the edges so as to make sure that my design fits into my page. Now that's done, I have removed the clear backing. I have applied the design face down. So the design actually sticks on top of the paper and then I'm adding some water on top of it. Now, what I like to do is add a little bit more water then remove the excess water onto a cloth or a tissue, and then make sure everything is translucent before I start peeling the backing off. As you can see, immediately, instead of white paper, now you can see that you are able to see the design. And then I'm simply sliding the paper. It is that easy once you get the hang of how much water you want to put. Next up, I want to do some stenciling on top of my design. So the stencil that I'm using is called Vintage Ledger. So all these products are CrafTangles. As always, they're linked below for you all. And then what I did was I was planning to do some white. So for that, I picked up my texture paste white, and then I am just kind of mixing it, to make sure that it is a homogeneous mixture. And then I'm applying it on top of my design using some spatula. So I just wanted the script and the ledger part of it. So that's what I selected. Now, just to add some interest to my backing of my character, I have decided to use this vellum paper. Also, the frame that I'm using, there is a die called as Ornamental Circles, which cut out beautiful ornamental frames. However, I really like this negative part. So this is an extra die cut which is in between the circular dies if you cut them. So this actually normally people would throw. However, I hate die cutting, so I normally like to use even the negative part of the dies because as I said, I hate die cutting and I don't like to do a lot of it. So here I'm using this negative part of the die which normally people throw, and I am kind of making a simple frame. So this is not a very fancy frame as opposed to what frames you would get with the actual dies. So since this is just the remaining part, it is a simple scallop kind of a frame. So this looks like a reverse scallop kind of a frame. And then I'm going to foam mount it because my girl is not going to be foam mounted. She's just going to be glued on top of this. So here I have added that frame behind the flower, and then I'm sticking this girl. So this girl is a part of stickers which are pre-cut stickers called Fashionista, and you can see how I removed the girl and stuck it. That's all I did. No fussy cutting, nothing. And then I selected the coat from the same collection that I used on my right side, which is a Hindi coat. This is more quirky coat. And then for the calendar stickers, I'm using the same undated calendar stickers. I'm adding my date on which I did the journal page, and then I highlighted the day of the week, and this completes both the pages. Again, very simple pages, did not take a lot of time. However, I introduced a lot of things like stamping, dies, transfers, stencils, stickers. So I hope you enjoyed today's tutorial. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, and do consider subscribing to my channel for such content. I'll see you soon with my next tutorial. Till then, guys, take care. Bye bye. To bring some white back into my design.